You're listening to the What's Up Falcons podcast with Rock, Hoop, Q, Aries Falcon, and keeping it sexy, LG.
What's up, and welcome to the What's Up Falcons podcast. My name is...
and he recorded it live. He had to eat dog food.
What are you talking about?
I said your favorite Saints fan just had to cash in on a bet because they lost last night.
Oh.
Yeah, he had to eat dog food, and he recorded it live.
Really? Well,
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll definitely put that on our Twitter to see JP eating dog food. But my name is Rock, and I'm joined with my boy Hoop in the house. What's going on, Hoop?
I'm here just chilling.
I feel you, brother.
Man, sounds like a man defeated.
Hey, man, is that what you heard, man? You got a good sense right there, man.
Yeah.
No, hey, like I talked about the last podcast, and my dad, he's from North Carolina, so he reps North. He likes Cam, whatever, but he lives in Atlanta now, and he don't talk too much junk about him, even when they let him down, because he's like, we live in Atlanta, we got to rep the team, so that's what we got to do.
All right, we
ain't gotta like him sometimes, but we gotta keep repping him.
Oh, we'll always rep him on this show, but this is an episode that they won't like us. And I'm also joined with my boy Q in the house. What's going on, Q?
Hey, man, I got a trick question. How many dirty birds does it take to recover an onside kick?
Apparently a lot.
Apparently none, because none of them jumped on the damn ball. They were acting like Cam at the Super Bowl.
I did. Oh wow! I was able to. I was able to see. I watched the post game thing on Fox where I think it was it Bradshaw, Strahan. I can't think who else was there, and I know Pretty Tony was there, and so. Yeah. They were talking about what were they doing. He's like trying to defend his former team, but he just couldn't do it.
I know he couldn't, man.
The ball's gonna go 10 yards.
Yeah,
the Falcons could pick it up at any time, but they didn't. Like, oh my god, that whole game went wrong.
I learned that playing football in high school.
Right.
But let me ask you this though, Coop.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
And guess what? We practiced special teams for 15 minutes a week. It wasn't my position that I went and had meetings for and practiced, and yeah, it's awful, man. But what were you gonna say, Q?
But if you're on the front line, can you advance forward to get the ball, or do you have to wait till at least comes to you? You have to wait at a certain point, though, right?
Nope.
You don't have to wait. The thing is, if you touch it, it's live, so the defense doesn't have to wait.
So the receiving team could have just ran up and grabbed that ball.
They could have ran up and jumped on it and covered the ball. Game would have been over.
Right.
Yeah. The kicking team had to wait for it to go 10 yards.
Right. And they did. But we'll get into that. Let me finish introducing everybody. I know everybody's pissed, but
just a fresh one.
Let me finish. And we're also joined all the way from the West Coast, the notorious vid maker, Mr. Aries Falcon. Aries, how are you doing, brother?
Yeah. Disgusted. Sick to my fucking stomach.
Yep.
Anyway, how y'all doing today?
I'm still mad. So, yeah. And we're also joined by accident this week from one of our guests from last week is Mr. Darrell Presley, the actual sound guy who runs in the ambient crowd sounds. What's up, P?
I'm doing great. I can't speak about any more of that until I talk to my people tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I told you if there's any issue, I can pull it.
Well, just not to cut you up. I know you're trying to, be the moderator for your show, but we just got an email today. We have a Zoom meeting tomorrow,
right? And
we got an email today that said, let me see if I can make sure I stay on with you guys. You guys can still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. I'll just give you a loose thing of what this email said. It was real short.
All right.
But I think it was kind of like one of those things where
Got it.
basically it's like in a rough. I can't read exactly what it says, but no matter how small or harmless a media seems to be, like they're asking you questions about this never before seen thing, you can't talk about it.
Oh.
Not really sure what it's, but I'm assuming because there were some guys who got write-ups about some of this stuff, like in the newspapers, and that it was so good. So I'm not really sure what they're trying to keep under wraps, because all the teams have it. It's not like one team has it and one team doesn't.
Right.
But I'll know tomorrow once we do this next Zoom meeting.
All right.
And I'll be able to keep you informed after that. So.
All right. Yeah. Just let us know. Just let us know, man. And I don't think you have anything to worry about with us, but I can.
No. I don't think so either. Because like I said, there was nothing that was told to us prior to.
Right.
I think they're just things that are happening.
Okay.
They're basically saying like, since you guys are in this position, you're probably going to be a target for media to come talk to you. So yeah.
All right, fellas. All right, let's start this show, man. Thanks for joining in to the What's Up.
While we're still.
Hello.
Go ahead, Rock. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm like to the What's Up Falcons podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and this is our No Lead Is Safe episode because, as we all know, they let us down yet again, and this time it was unexcusable. But Q, what were you going to say?
So I Googled it just to check it out, and it said that this has happened before, but they're saying that the receiving team can't cross the 35-yard line. They can't break that plane. They have to at least wait for the ball to advance. So that way, if somebody kicks it onside, you can't just immediately just run up and jump on the ball. You have to let it at least get to the 35, which I guess that's not the whole 10 yards.
It's got to be 5 then.
That's good. So I guess it's got to be 5 yards. You got to wait before you can jump on it. But I guess there is a rule in place that happened in an ACC title game, and they said it's also an NFL rule. You have to wait for the ball to go so far to onside kick, or else everybody would just load up on the line and then just rush the onside kick and just jump on it and not give the other team a chance because they have to wait for it to go 10 yards and you don't. So you just jump on it. So I think that might have been some of the confusion as to why some of the Falcons players were kind of just sitting around and waiting for the ball to advance.
Right.
But like I said, that's just something I found with a quick Google, so I don't know if it's correct. But even still, though, they could have boxed out the other team and make sure they had the ball secured.
Right.
Oh, you know what I mean? No, like there's so much other shit that they should have and could have done. It was ridiculous.
Well, can I say something? Because it was, I did. Well, I'm doing the game this weekend, so I'll be doing the. I think we played the Bears on Sunday.
Yeah.
So this past Sunday, I was at the Old Turner Field, which is now the Georgia State sports complex. So my kid was playing down there. She came in town and played soccer there, so we all went there. So I'm checking. Like I'm not a huge football person. I hate to keep prefacing that, but I wanted to see how Falcons were doing because, like I said, the whole thing with the crowd thing. I want to go watch the game so I see how these other guys are doing with the thing.
Right.
And so I'm looking and I'm like, man, we're up 20-0, 27-7, or whatever it was. And I'm feeling good about going home and finish watching the game. And I get home, like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
This is way before the onside kick. It was total Falcons scenario. Like, how do we lose that much of a lead?
Yeah.
At the half, because at the half we were up, and then third, fourth quarter, it was all over.
It's the typical Falcons way.
Yeah, I agree.
We've made history.
That one play shouldn't have decided the game.
Yeah, that's it. But that's just what we do, man. I mean, like I said, no lead is safe. I mean, at this point, this team can be up by 50 fucking points, but they will find a way. If there's a way to lose a football game, we have proven that now. We have.
And I think didn't if I'm not mistaken, the last stat I saw on Julio was one catch for 5 yards or something like that. Like he only
Oh no, he turned it on. He turned it on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
He turned it on.
Yeah, pretty much all the receivers did.
Yeah, he just had one bad play, and I'm not going to beat Julio up. I'm not going to beat up a lot of players, but maybe just one. And it's the same guy I mentioned last week.
There's so many.
Yeah, I'm not going to beat up any players. There's so many things that happen. This falls 100% on coaching. Point blank, the end. You know?
Well, I guess here's a question for me because I don't.
Oh, 110%.
I don't understand like the stats. I mean, I guess I get it to a certain degree because they were saying that the Cowboys couldn't afford to go 0-2. So my understanding, or if I'm not understanding it right, is it more favorable for the Falcons to go into a 0-2 than it was the Cowboys?
No, it wasn't good for either team to go 0-2. Especially us, especially us with being in that division because the AFC, what was the East? I mean, the NFC East is they all look like trash, so it wouldn't matter for the Cowboys,
right?
You know, but it was more of for us.
And I hate to say it,
the Saints lost,
right?
Because if they went up 2-0, then it'd be a whole different story. But with them being 1-1 now, they're the chance for us. So, but other than that.
But it's not impossible. It's just an uphill battle for the Falcons to continue. But they can't make any mistakes, correct?
I would like to say yeah, but after that,
things aren't getting any easier.
Yeah, it's not getting any easier, and if they're not prepared for they're making stupid mistakes like that, then as far as I'm concerned, I don't have any faith into any game until it's like over. The clock is at 0.
Yeah, I was looking at the schedule today, just kind of mulling around, and you go into the 2-0 Bears this weekend, and then after that, you got to play Green Bay at Green Bay. Then after that, you get Carolina. I'm kind of thinking this team might be a 1-4 start unless they pull off a miracle against Chicago or Green Bay.
Okay, I look at it like they can beat the Bears. I look at the Bears now. Green Bay is going to be a little bit of an issue. That might be a problem because the Bears are high. I mean, because the Packers are just rolling.
Right.
Their first 2 games, they scored 40 points plus.
Right.
So, but Carolina got beat by the Raiders.
Right.
So there's a slight chance they could win that game too.
But who's I don't know that much. Who's leading? Who's quarterback for Carolina now since Cam is
Teddy Bridgewater.
Bridgewater.
Okay.
But you know, all that's we'll roll into the show. But to me, my opinion's been, I mean, yeah, we had our predictions, and yeah, I would like to think that we're gonna win against whoever. It doesn't even matter at this point. And we have the skills to beat these people, as we all have seen. But I don't think we have the coaching, the mental preparedness to win a game, you know, after what we saw Sunday. I mean, am I wrong for saying that?
It's heartbreaking, dude, because like I said, Sunday was such a beautiful day, like I said, to, you know, go watch my kid play outside and like, man, it was just a beautiful day. And then while I'm watching her, she won her game, and I'm watching the scores on my phone, seeing Falcons up. And then after we left her game, me and the wife and the little one went to a restaurant. I'm like, I need to watch TV so I can see this game. And then, you know, 5 minutes from the house, I get home and I'm like, I can't believe these guys lost this game. Like, it's hard to keep getting those that wind blown out of your sails so many times. Oh my God.
Right.
Jesus Christ. I guess I'm more of a, you know, not more like a statistics guy, but just having love for the city and having love for the team. Just
right. You're like a casual Falcons supporter.
But I want them to win. Like, you know, like I love them. Like I said, I don't know about the stats and all that. I don't keep up, but I know I've watched enough games and lived in Atlanta long enough to be like, God damn, man, how many times y'all
gonna? Right.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
All right.
Well,
Go ahead,
Let me
Kim.
ask y'all this though. In the Super Bowl, we threw the ball way too much. Once we had that big lead, we were throwing the ball, and that's why everybody said, "Oh, But what was the reason Sunday? Besides obviously that Dak got hot and Ezekiel Elliott got on a roll. He was just steamrolling people after a while. But what would y'all feel was the reason that we gave up so many points to let these guys get back into the game?
Losing that defense.
Yep.
Rico went out. Tack went out. Who else went out?
Foyer, the dude who did the 3 fumbles.
Foyer.
Yeah.
And then towards the end they lost Dante Fowler. So that's five defensive players.
Yeah. I mean that. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear the injury report.
Yeah. Well, let's just get into like the show. I mean, I know we want to rant because this is no one can really actually talk about it because without getting pissed off. So let's just jump into the show. We have a lot to go over. But
we're gonna hit you guys with a Sunday rant show one of these days.
Oh yeah, we're working on that. Hopefully we can have it next Sunday. But if not, we're definitely working on a Sunday after the post-show rant edition, so we can get those feelings out as it happens. But we'll go ahead and get started with the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, Q. I know it's hard, but no, there were a lot of good things because we were up. But what was your good of the Falcons, Cowboys game?
The first quarter, I mean, the Falcons look amazing in the first quarter, and then the offense, I mean, they kept it going all game long, so we know that we can score points.
Right.
4 quarters. So I was happy with the offense. The offense looked pretty decent, so that's my good. Nothing bad about the offense.
All right. Aries, what was your good?
I'm gonna say AJ Terrell. I like
Yeah.
the cornerback he's becoming. He's turning into a really good corner. So
Right.
that was my good.
All right, cool. Now I agree with that. AJ Terrell really, impressing. Who got a good?
Yeah, I try to be fair with criticism and giving praise when due. So I will have to give, dare I say, Dirk Cutter a nod. I mean, he scored 39 points, no turnovers. We could have run the ball a little bit better, and we'll talk about Gurley later. But I'll give Dirk a nod.
All right, Darrell, from what you saw, what did you say that was good? The one good thing that you saw from the game?
Well, like I said, I didn't see the first half. I was downtown.
Right.
I didn't start watching the game until we got close to the house and we went to a restaurant around the corner. That was the third quarter, which is when things started turning around. So
you have no good.
I didn't see anything.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it was.
Have you not been listening? He was at Georgia State. He was watching his daughter's soccer game. It was a beautiful day. Then they went out to get something to eat afterwards.
But I did sit in front of it. We had a table outside,
right?
And then I was like, I need to watch. Like I said, for me, I wanted to watch the game. I love the Falcons, and I also wanted to hear what it sounded like.
Right.
And so I got in front of a TV, and like I said, while we're eating, this is the third quarter, and it's all going downhill. And then that restaurant, Rock Nose, where it's like 2 miles from my house. We got home, and I watched the rest of the game. My mom called me. And I'm like, I can't talk to her right now because I want to see how this game's going to end because it's coming down to like, onside kick and a field goal.
Yeah.
Like it was mind blowing how much it changed from where I was downtown to when I got home.
No, the
whole thing just totally turned around. It was just, it was disappointing.
Yeah, definitely.
That does sound like a beautiful day. Was there birds chirping and butterflies? You didn't mention that. Give me all the details now.
I mean, it wasn't. It was just, I hadn't been to.
Man, I am choking. We don't want to hear about this. Get back to the Falcons, man.
All right.
But like I said, I'm watching my kid play. But I wanted to. Like I told Rock, I was like, he's like my kid's uncle. I was like, I know it's gonna be Falcon.
Hey Pete, we're kind of on the schedule, man, so we got to keep going. But we got it, though. You there? Hello? Anybody here? Hello?
Just getting
Yo,
burned.
okay.
Like, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
He was just getting burned.
Sorry about that, fellas. I had technical issues.
So I just didn't like half the stuff that he was doing. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take them to realize that this dude is not as good as they hope he'll be. But right now, I mean, especially for a cornerback, it doesn't take long for you to become acclimated to your spot. And he's not doing it.
Are you guys talking about Isaiah?
Yeah,
talking about Oliver.
Yeah, Isaiah Oliver.
Yeah.
Now you've seen AJ Terrell last game, this game. He's gotten good. Just in those 2 short games with training camp, and Isaiah seems like he ain't moved forward a bit. Like, come on, bro. What the problem is? I mean, he'll knock down 1 or 2 good passes, but I mean, other times he's getting beat.
I kind of was mentioning that on the last show.
Yeah.
Well,
but I mean,
what's your bad, Rock?
Oh, is that your bad, Isaiah?
Yeah, that was my bad.
Okay. Well, my bad was I did my good, right? I think Hoop.
Yeah.
Did I do? No, I didn't do my good. I think we were still on good. We were listening to Rel.
Oh, okay.
But my good,
Give us your good and your bad.
Well, my good, Hoop kind of stole it. I was going to piggyback off him that Dirk Cutter. We gave him heat last week, which is well deserved. But at least he did get the offense going. But I'll also give it to Calvin Ridley for having a back-to-back baller ass performance. And let me go to my bad, and my bad will be shit. Well, Aries took it again, Isaiah Oliver, and I repeat it like what I said last week. I don't know why. I guess they have to keep him. I don't know if he's still under his rookie years.
Yeah.
They shouldn't sign him.
This is year number 3 for him.
All right. I never thought that I would say this. I would miss someone like Trufant or even Robert Alford. I don't miss Robert Alford, but this guy is hot garbage. I'm just going to leave it at that.
That's funny.
I have a question. Like I said, as a guy who's not, once again, the biggest, football, that knows information about football or whatever. But is Matt Ryan still like the guy that we need to lead the team?
All right, P. No Ryan talk on this show. Ryan did his thing.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because in
the last 2 games, Ryan has thrown for over 800 yards.
Yeah, we can't go there. We got a lot to do to talk instead of talk about Matt, man. But I hear you.
Did you see how many yards Dak threw for? That was crazy.
That was.
I did. That's my whole point. It's like
Dak had to throw, but that also goes on to the defense. If there are corners were to stop Dak, then he wouldn't be able to throw. So it's the corners.
Right.
Regardless, Dak is good. He's still Dallas's number 1, but still it's the cornerbacks who's not doing their job 100%, which goes on to, and plus we lost 3 linebackers and 2 defensive ends. So, what I'm saying, he had all day back there to actually throw the ball. So you can't put that all, on Matt and saying Dak did this, Dak did that. Dak got lucky because of the situation he was in. So,
yeah, because the play calling was great. They would run it and they would throw it. They stayed balanced. Unlike us, when we get behind, we freak out and just throw.
But we lost defensive players, so the pass rush wasn't there anymore as it was in the first half. If you go back and look at that first half, Dak rarely had time to throw the ball. They were getting fumbles and all that, and getting sacks and shit. So that's what happened. Our defense wasn't there anymore.
But I'm just asking that question, like I said, once again, not being like how you guys are or whatever. But I'm saying like Matt Ryan is not. He's not Michael Vick.
He's getting up there in age, and he's not a scrambler, but he does well with what he can do.
Yeah, he's better than Vic.
Yeah, way better. All right, we got to move on. Hoop, did you do your bad? Yo, Hoop. Did Hoop do his bad? Yo, Hoop. All right.
Just Aries and you.
Okay.
I'll go next. I'll just say my bad was.
No, I'm here.
Oh, there he is. Go ahead, man.
I have my mic on. Y'all gave me a new bad just talking about the Dak, man. I'm just really tired of quarterbacks having the career day. Not career day. He didn't have one, but quarterback just feast off us, bro. Like, I'm really tired of it, man. You can just go down the
450 yards wasn't a career day?
Has he had better days? Well,
no. I don't know if he's ever top 450 in the game.
My point is, a lot of quarterbacks throw for a bunch of, like, we make quarterbacks look really good. I'm really tired of it. But that wasn't my original bad. I think, once again, I was, I'm high on Todd Gurley. We all talked about that. If he was able to run the ball, kind of, because he had 21 carries for 60 yards, it's not good NFL standards. If he was able to maybe extend some of those drives, maybe Dallas wouldn't have had the ball so quickly in the second half to, make that comeback. So That's just something I thought about. So I would put that as a bad, minus the obvious bad that I could point out.
All right.
Cool. Who just gave me my bad?
You bad or you ugly?
Look into my bad.
You already did a bad.
I didn't do my bad yet. My bad real quick.
Go ahead.
Todd Gurley, man. Mr. never shows up in the big games when you need him. And that was a big game where we could have used him to run the ball, run the clock. And I saw his final numbers, and they weren't impressive. Hoop, I would agree with that. And the announcers even talked about his knees. I guess he has arthritis in both his knees. Didn't know that. So glad we signed a guy up with arthritic knees. So
you knew that.
I didn't know he had arthritis in the knees. I knew they both had been operated on, but at this young age, I didn't realize that. But now thinking about it, after a surgery like that and the kind of work he does for a living, it makes sense. So I mean,
that was
well, then it's a good thing that we play Green Bay in the next 2 weeks and not the next 2 months.
Maybe.
All right, let's move to the ugly, man. Who wants to go first with an ugly? Eric,
I'll go.
Go. I had a feeling you would.
That whole fourth quarter was just super ugly.
Yeah.
To have them come back and put up 21 points in that fourth quarter, that was just super ugly. The whole onside kick fiasco and defense. I mean, not the defensive coordinator, but I'm gonna have to say the special teams coach should have took his team off the sideline before that kick happened and say, look, that ball goes 5 yards or 10 yards or whatever that rule says.
Right.
Jump on it.
Well, we kind of thought that's what they did because they called a timeout.
They wasted a timeout.
Yeah,
they called a damn timeout and they still had that happen.
Yeah, that's what we thought they were doing, man. Apparently,
that should have been done right after they scored. They kicked the extra point or scored the touchdown, whatever. It's like, look, y'all get ready for this. You know it's an onside kick. Jump on this damn ball when it goes X amount of yards. And just take care of business. That's all they had to do was to jump on the fucking ball.
I think they were. I think those guys got nervous.
No, instead they out there look like Cam did during his Super Bowl run. He was scared to jump on the ball.
Yeah, I think they got. I think the pressure of how they were coming back, and they didn't want to be the ones to screw it up. I think that had a lot to do with it.
Man, the way everybody was standing around out there, man, it looked like a bunch of boys and girls at a 6th grade dance scared to ask each other to dance.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was just standing around. I'm like, somebody do something.
Yeah. That's what they were like, deers and caught in headlights. They just didn't want to be the person who messed up, jumped on the ball, made it live, and Dallas would have recovered it. They wanted to make sure they had it just right, and they screwed it up. All right.
I don't know how hard it is to pick up a ball off a ground, to grab a ball that's on the ground.
I was thinking the same thing, but I've seen some.
I don't know how hard that. Some people just don't have the awareness or don't know how to handle a football or something. But it's just
one of the players.
What they did was just,
one of the players mentioned something.
That is the hands team. The onside kicking team is the hands team, right?
Somebody mentioned, I don't know who it was, but some player or whatever mentioned that was what they were supposed to do because the way the ball was spinning. They have a name for it. They call it, watermelon ball. I don't know if they just made that shit up, but the way it was spinning, someone said that.
So with the onside kick, a lot of people set the ball flat on the ground and they'll kick it. And it's supposed to take unpredictable spins and turns.
Right.
So that's probably what you're talking about, is they were afraid that if they went for it, they would miss it, but the ball would touch them, and then, somebody would grab it. But either way, it's still a live ball. It doesn't touch you.
But what I heard when they did that, because they showed it, because there was a timeout as well, he put the ball on the field, and I heard the announcer say it's very rare. They were actually talking about the Asian guy on the Falcons who was great at doing. Yeah, he's great at doing onside kicks. And so they were like, when he put the ball on the field, that it's very rare that we see somebody put the ball on the field without a tee.
Yeah.
And so he put the ball on the field, and then they called the timeout. They came back and did it again.
Yeah, I mean, I think that whole chain of events, our team wasn't prepared for it.
Him putting the ball on the ground, I think, is what made them call that timeout.
Right. And they didn't. That was a good thing to do, but you thought they would prep for it since it was an unusual thing. And if you're going to prepare for it, you're going to make sure your guys know what to do, what not to do, I would think.
I mean,
that's my thing. This is a special team. They practice this, man. Like, we're acting like this is just like some hodgepodge hands team you're trying to call together. Like, they should practice for this. That part just I can't get past it.
Well, according to DQ,
going into it too,
they do that. He said that they knew what to do.
I saw that suck on the news last night. So the newscaster pressed him and said, well, why didn't you guys go after the ball and yada, yada, yada. And he actually didn't have an answer. He said, he said he would need to sit down with special teams and review film and talk about it. But I'm just kind of like, man.
No, he really? Talk about what?
Right.
How they fucked that up?
And I heard that jump on the radio today. And
well, you heard him today. I heard him on the news last night. So
no, I saw him on the news last night.
Oh, and, so okay.
And I heard him today because they asked him the hard questions as much as they could on 92.9 The Game without getting, because the guy who asked the questions on Twitter, he said, I'm going to get off Twitter, y'all, because I don't want to get fired. So, And DQ is still, I know we're getting off the topic, but he's still in that same mindset where it's like, you can't let things like that happen, and that's things we're going to work on. And, sometimes, you can't let games like that get away. And, we let one slip by, but you can't do that. It's like, you let one slip by. Anyway, I want to get on that. Who didn't have their ugly? Everybody had an ugly?
I didn't. It's the same as y'all. It's just a meltdown.
Right.
Nothing creative.
Yeah, and same with me as far as my ugly. It's very very fucking apparent that we know what the problem is with this team, and it's not as much with those men on the field as it is the coaching and probably higher. But before we go on anymore, Hoop, during this game, there were a lot of injuries. Aries mentioned some, but do you have a injury report?
The injury report.
I do. Edit this part out. We got
Sorry.
While you looking, tell us the guys that are gonna be out the longest, because that's the ones I'm worried about.
Well, DQ already commented. None of the injuries are long term, so that's a good thing.
That's good.
So let me start with. Obviously, we saw Tack leave in the first half, tweaking his groin. It seems that he's not going to miss a extended period of time. DeMonte Casey, shoulder injury. Rico hurt his elbow trying to tackle.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
P or Aries, mute your mic. Whoever that is, so we can hear what's happening in the background. So mute your mic.
I don't think it's me.
Oh, okay. Is it you, Hoop?
No.
Aries, Hoop, mute your mic.
Aries, what you doing, man?
My mic is muted.
I know it's now. I'm looking right at you.
Wait, I'm muting mine right now.
Okay.
I'm using my gaming headset, so when I fold the microphone up,
okay.
It mutes it automatically.
Oh, okay.
It might have been me. I'm muting it right now.
Okay. All right, Hoop, continue. All
right, so Rico hurt his elbow. Talos won in the first half. He missed the entire second half. Foy Olaquin, who caused 3 fumbles and 18 plays in the first half, hurt his hamstring. He seems to be that he's going to come back soon. He was fine on the sideline engaging with the teammates, they said. Caleb McGarry hurt his left knee. He has an MCL sprain. They think he's going to be back week 4. If not, Matt Gono will take his spot at right tackle. I'm sorry. Okay. Julio Jones, apparently, when he dropped that pass from Gage, he tweaked his hamstring. But he seems to have bounced back there. And that is all, with the game. Hopefully we can get our boy Montrevious back.
Right.
And, shore up that D-line. So that is all I have.
Cool. Thank you very much, Hugh. That was very good, man. I hate that we had so many injuries, but,
Yeah, man. Well, hey, go around the league and
a lot of injuries in the league, especially the 49ers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, their season's over. Have you checked the podcast text messages?
Yes, I got them.
Okay.
I'll read them. I'll read them a little later. But I definitely got them. All right, and you're listening to the What's Up Falcons podcast. Well, actually, Aries, I'll go ahead and read some. We got some text messages. A friend of ours, have sent some messages in, so I'll read them and maybe we can talk about them if we haven't already. And it's from Shine, is it? And Shine he sent one earlier and then he sent another one, so a longer one, but I'll read the first one and then we'll go to the next one. The first one said, the biggest thing to keep an eye on week 1 is just how physical the Falcons will be without having any live hitting since week 17 of last year. Now, that might have been an old text of his because...
Yeah, that was the first one he sent.
I think that's every team too, though, right?
Yeah. But this is the current one that he sent. So he said, I have no words for how and I agree with him, how underprepared this team has been. There is no excuse for what happened Sunday. Up 20-0 in the first quarter, and you blow it. Had a chance to go up 27-7, but instead you go for 2. We lost by 1. A defensive coach whose defensiveness can't close out a game, and yet Mr. Blank sits on his hands as DQ continues to show that his decision-making is terrible, and I mean terrible. He said, and we can go as far back as DQ hiring Sark over Matt LaFleur, and then hiring Dirk instead of Gary Kubiak. You want to run outside zone, instead you hire a guy who's known not to be able to call a running play to save his life. Fire DQ. Shine, thank you for that. I agree with that. What do you fellas think?
It makes perfectly good sense.
No.
Yeah, shout out to Shine, man. That's my boy from YouTube. He's also a Falcons vid maker. So
we're definitely gonna check him out, man. And that means he's saying what everyone else is saying. It's coaching. We coaching, player selection, upper office. You have an owner who's fostering this behavior because if Arthur really wanted to make a change, man, he needs to do it. People said he should have did it last year, but he held on. I wasn't one that was calling for it as hard as everyone else, but I'm like, all right, but make sure this year works. I know this year is not even over. It's only been 2 games, but we have made even our worst nightmare, which no one who likes the Falcons likes to hear, the 28-3 joke. We've been able, they managed last Sunday to top that. So no matter how far we go, people will always bring that up. And that's happened under the same coach's watch. That alone means this guy, I don't want him to finish the rest of the season. I want him gone, as soon as they possibly can. That's just ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. But, all right. I just had a little...
I ate crow during that game because I told the wife, I said, yeah, that'll never happen again. We were talking about when they started to come back.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, that was the Super Bowl. That was a blunder. That'll never happen again. Yeah, well, I was wrong on that one.
I mean, how do you come back from that, man?
I don't know.
Just happens under your watch twice as a coach. What coach keeps it?
I'm guessing the Dallas coaching staff just kept telling them, hey, remember the Super Bowl. Keep fighting. But, I mean, what can you say?
This is beyond players. Yeah. This falls on DQ's head. Aries, I'm interested in what you think about that.
It all falls on the coach's head.
But do you agree about having those 2 big blunders? I mean, not just any blunder that you forget about the next year. I mean, these are 2 big stains on our team that's going to last for a long time under the same guy's watch.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go ahead and go into let's talk a little bit about coaching, because I don't have any faith that going forward that DQ is going to be here. So we can go into gotta go. So I was searching the internet to see, what people thought about that. I know people have been throwing out some different coaching option names since this has happened.
But wait, hey, before you keep going on,
go.
Because I muted myself. Because I heard the DQ thing prior to 3 years ago when we did go to Super Bowl, and I've heard Dan Quinn after Super Bowl, and I'm still hearing Dan Quinn. Like, is that the problem? And if that is the problem, if we were in Super Bowl 3 years ago and now we are in 2020, is that still the problem? And if that's the case, like, people were like, he needs to get fired. Is that going to happen? Like, is that what the real problem is? I'm just asking the question.
You're asking the questions we asked all off season.
It seems like that's what you guys were talking about just now. I had my mic muted or whatever, but
yeah, that's what I was saying, man. Yeah,
it goes to coaching.
Yeah. How many? Because how many times can you? Why is Dan Quinn still the coach? Well, that's what we're asking. That's what we're asking. Why? Why is he still the coach? That falls on him and Arthur. It's a cultural thing now. It's not a player thing anymore. I think it's a cultural Falcons culture. What's happening there, and that has to be changed now. We've seen it. And if anybody thinks that we can overcome this and go back to the fucking Super Bowl anytime soon, and you're talking to one of the biggest homers ever, and I'm saying that I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. I want it to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen right the way they have it right now.
But look at how fast Arthur got rid of Dan Reeves and Jim Mora Jr.
I mean, there's all kind of, but they didn't have the weapons that we have now. No, they didn't have a Matt Ryan back then as a quarterback.
No, they had a Michael Vick.
Well, he did that to himself.
Came out of prison.
Well, he did that to himself. That had nothing to do with the team. He did that to himself.
I'm saying with the proper coaching, Michael Vick could have taken us further than he did. I mean,
no,
later in life he did a better job.
No.
as a quarterback for the Eagles.
I mean, that goes. Yeah. Well, okay. I'll agree that kind of goes into the fostering coach of the culture there, which comes down on Arthur Blank. You know, I don't know. What do you think, Hoop?
Or Reese McKay?
You were kind of getting off the.
I know.
We're going here. I don't know. It starts from the top, and like I said, we talked about this all off season. You got Tom Dimitroff. He seems to like he's gonna keep his job forever.
Right. And
if you're not gonna clean house, I don't really see how you're gonna change a whole lot. It's like, well, what? It's kind of like, does he have something on Arthur Blank that he doesn't want to get out or something? Like, what's the attachment? I don't get it.
Does Rich McKay still have a role with the team?
Yeah, he's senior president.
Because he's been around long enough to.
Yeah, he's the guy that's right before you get to Arthur now.
Yeah.
So everything has to go to him before it goes to Arthur. Because he oversees. That was in last season. That was his job, was to be more hands-on, especially between, from Arthur. I mean, not from Arthur, but DQ and Thomas. And so that Arthur didn't have to deal with that bullshit. But it doesn't look like he's doing a good job.
He needs to deal.
You know what I think it is? Yeah, he needs to deal with it. You know what I think it is, though? Arthur Blank is not respected by coaches and players as much as a guy like Jerry Jones is. Jerry Jones, I think he instills fear in some of those.
Explain.
I just think Jerry Jones just instills fear. I mean, he kind of, just watching from the box the other day. Watching the game the other day, he was sitting in the box, and you could tell early in the game he was unhappy, and he got happy when things turned around, obviously. But he was unhappy, and you could see it on his face. Isn't that all owners do that? All owners do that? Yeah, maybe so, but I just think that guys like Jerry Jones, guys like Kraft in New England, I think there's more fear, there's more respect. Even in New England, they don't call Coach Belichick. Randy Moss, when he invited Coach Belichick to his Halloween party, was like, Mr. Moss, Mr. Belichick, will you, do you want to come? You think it'll be okay? And he sounded like a kid talking to his father. That's respect. He's respecting his elders. Yeah, I just don't feel like Arthur Blank lays that fear when he's standing on the sidelines. Nobody has that fear. When Arthur Blank first started coming down to the sidelines, people would think something was wrong because he come out to the sidelines. But he said he's always done that. He's always come down to the sidelines.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, because now you think he still has the respect of the team after all this stuff going on? From the time Arthur Blank took over to now, the Falcons have gotten more widely known as a team, whether it's good or bad, that the team is out there. So to see Blank come down to the sideline now, it's like, why is he there? What's he doing that? But he's always done that since day one. Like third, fourth quarter, he comes down on the sideline to be with his team. That's the respect he has for his team, and also they respect him for doing that as well. I've watched the interviews to where they said that. I've never played for a guy who's come down and hung out with us like he's one of the guys.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So they have respect for Blank in that way. Now, as far as fear, I don't think any guy is feared because he's the owner and because he stays up in the box. It's just, a different kind of respect.
to me, it's the opposite. I think he stays in the box because he thinks he's better than everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Okay.
I hear you. I definitely hear you on that, man. I mean,
well, he's doing something different. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something about this guy that it just seems like everybody's just like, it's cool, let's relax. You know, it's not like when, you know, you're in Little League and you mess up in a game and you look at your dad in the stands and your dad has that look in his face like, wait till you get the fuck home, little nigga.
But
wait till you get the fuck home.
But I mean,
wouldn't you feel that way if he's on the sideline and then he's standing right next to you, giving you the evil eye?
I think that's important for people to feel that way. In a way, I think it's important to feel that way. To feel like he's looking over my shoulder. Oh, he's right here. Oh man, you know, to always have that never calm and relaxed. Yeah. Like I got this. Like always wondering, like, what is this guy thinking?
I see what you're saying, Q. I see what you're saying. He's becoming more of a player's coach, where he definitely respects them, definitely, and they appreciate that. But it also seems to a point where he, you know, just because he's cool with you doesn't mean that he's still the guy that can cut your ass and let you go and pay you. You have to at least want to impress him, you know. Just because you know he's the owner and he's nice to you doesn't mean that you shouldn't be on your P's and Q's and do your job. So, and I think you're coming at a Jerry Jones point of view, where Jerry kind of like that, but he makes it known his presence of what he expects from these guys. And with Arthur, I don't think it's coming across that way.
And that's basically what I was trying to say, Rock. Yeah, you got it.
So, and I think you're right, and I think that's part of the problem here, man. Because how many coaches we gonna go through? How many players we gonna go through? It's not like, you know, we're just
how many owners are we gonna go through? Not a lot. So
I don't know, man. There needs to be a change, and we just sit here and watch it on our couches and stuff and talk about it, but at the end of the day,
I feel like DQ can spill whatever bullshit he wants to Arthur, and Arthur will go, "Oh, okay, yeah, I get that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you blew that big ass lead, but that's cool because, like you were saying, the that and that. Yeah, I got you, man. Don't worry about it, man. You good? We'll see you next week. Like at some point, it's not good. It can't be good anymore.
No, I don't think.
At some point, we got to talk about it.
I don't think Arthur's like that. I mean, he wouldn't be where he is if he was like that. Everyone knows that. But
speaking of stadiums, did anyone see that beautiful stadium last night on Monday Night Football?
I saw clips from highlights of it. I can't really tell it.
Yeah, I saw it. It looked nice.
Really? Well, describe it, Hoop, because I can't, or Q, whoever. Because I saw it, but I wasn't impressed.
You were not impressed by it?
I mean, I didn't see that much of it, though. That's what I'm saying.
The outside kind of reminds me of like a rocket ship. It's just this cool layout that you never really seen before. And then the inside, I mean, I couldn't really see much of the inside because, you know, there's no people in the stands, so they weren't really showing a whole bunch of that. But it was just beautiful. And from watching Hard Knocks, it seems like, you know, that stadium out there in Los Angeles is beautiful too.
I was going to say that I like that one. That one's very beautiful. I think that one looks better than ours, and I hate to say that because I thought we were like, you know,
and one of them, I can't remember which one. It had a wraparound screen that went the entire length of the field, all the way back. It wrapped around. It was just one big screen that went the entire loop of the field. That was pretty cool. I can't remember if that was
the
Los
Falcons.
Angeles or if that was the. No, our screen doesn't loop around the entire thing like this one did. This one was the outdoor stadium, so I'm probably thinking of not the outdoor stadium. I can't remember which one it was.
But I thought inside
some of these stadiums are nice.
I thought inside of the bins they had a big ring monitor going around the entire thing.
I don't think it goes down. Darrell could probably answer that better than me, but I got some pictures. I can look at my phone, but
doesn't it go
down one side and down the other? But I don't know if it's this one continuous screen that wraps around and goes the entire inside of the stadium.
What are you talking about?
The monitor inside of the bins, isn't it like a big ring?
The big screen that hang above the stadium.
Yeah, it's 360.
Yeah,
it goes all the way
so.
around.
It goes all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was one of the
I didn't
big.
notice it.
Yeah, that was one of the big.
The one the
things
other night
about
on Monday Night Football, whatever. You could
That
see
was
it. It was just crazy.
Yeah, that was one of the big things about it when they did redesign the stadium, and when it became Mercedes-Benz they call it a halo.
Yeah, exactly.
And, more stadiums have that now. But that's kind of a big deal, just because you would have a jumbotron before it would have like 4 sides, but with the halo you could just watch it from wherever you are. So yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, let's move along. And you listen to the What's the Falcons podcast. All right, let's do a quick around the league, man. I mean, we beat these dead horse. We know what's going to happen. So, around the league, anything that stood out to you, Hoop, around the league?
I'm all for the Cam Newton redemption tour, man. I don't know if y'all saw him play Sunday night, man, but even though he did end up not getting the game-winning touchdown, he looks good out there. It's amazing to think that, even he said he got passed by every team.
Yeah.
People want to mess with Cam, so I'm here for it.
I agree with Hoop. Cam looked good. Brady came back, got his win of the season.
Yeah.
I still need to see some stats on Gronk. Not sure what Gronk did, if anybody knows any Gronk stats, but
I hear he's not doing good at all.
But Brady looked good. Well, he's got time. He's been out of the league for a year or two, whatever.
Yeah.
And then also the Kansas City Chiefs, man, doing what they do. Fall behind, come back.
All they do is win, no matter what.
And Kelsey's the best tight end in the league. If somebody want to argue, you can, but that dude is a beast, man.
For real.
I like Kittle too.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that. And Tyreek Hill might be the fastest human being on the face of the planet. That dude can get up and go. I'm like, good Lord, have mercy.
Aries, you want to add anything to around the league? He may be. I think Aries is on a little break. What I'll add to around the league is a Devontae Freeman update. I think that
he signed today?
Yeah, I think he signed with the Giants for a 1-year contract. I don't know the dollar amount, but I know he did sign with them. I know he went to Philadelphia first, and they couldn't come to an agreement. But the Giants, I don't know what the details again, but he already signed a 1-year deal with the Giants.
He fired Luke, right?
Yeah, that was the first thing that they did. He fired Christine.
But who did he pick to take over for them? Because it seems like this dude was making some bad choices. Because the Giants, all right, cool, yeah, I get it, but he had a chance to be in Seattle, and who wouldn't want to be in Seattle over the Giants?
I think he went with a real, what's it called?
I hope it's not that guy that. What's that?
Saquon's gone for the year, so he is going to get the ball.
So he's going to get the ball, but I still would like to have been in Seattle.
Yeah, I think Free went with a real agent, and I guarantee you, isn't probably an agent that FSU, anybody out of FSU.
This that one that represented T.O. and all those people back in the day. Who was that, Greg?
He said Rosenhaus.
Yeah, right. There you go. Exactly.
Hey,
you probably, but he has.
Aries, you munching on them pebbles?
Who was munching? Please mute.
Fruity Pebbles.
It's not me.
It's either I think it's Darrell, because Aries has his headset on.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Yeah. Aries,
What I do?
Are you eating?
No,
I had some chips.
Oh, we heard him.
Oh, well, hey, it is what it is, bro.
Usually I blame Q, because Q gets his eating all around this time.
Aries,
yeah,
we're around.
I actually did eat. No one heard me.
We're around the league, so anything.
I had one chip, bro.
Okay, so you heard about Vontae going to go visit the Giants, right?
Yeah, that's what I just.
That's what we just talked about. Yeah.
Okay.
What else you got? You got anything else?
Well, this is not really the league, but I hear Deion has hired Terrell Owens to be his wide receiver coach.
Oh, hell no.
Really?
That is not confirmed, but because I did see the tweet, and Deion actually replied and said, "Please don't start any rumors."
Oh, okay.
So, but I did see it though. And apparently, it went wild. It had like, all kind of retweets and likes and all that. So,
wow,
I'm interested to see how that goes.
Interesting.
Speaking of around the league, I saw an interview with your boy Odell Beckham on World Star, and he was talking to somebody, I don't know who, and he was like, them rumors about the poop. He's like, that's not true. So he came back and denied all that stuff. I can send y'all the link so y'all can watch it. They talked about a lot of stuff.
He's going to deny it.
Hey, it's true. It's totally true.
True.
He didn't look straight into the camera though when he said it. He was looking at his feet and shit. I was like, what?
Nah, nigga, that's true.
You had the chick who he texted. She has the text messages to prove it. She's got the receipts.
Well, you know what?
So
normally,
of course you got it, man.
Normally that would be something to really consider. But nowadays, you say what the hell you want to, and it's true, pretty much. That's what it seems like. That's the kind of culture we have right now. But I don't want to make this the.
That's what R. Kelly said. R. Kelly was like, people put together a video of me banging a 14-year-old girl, and now all of a sudden I'm banging a 14-year-old girl. He was like, what?
It's like Hollywood is a motherfucker. They got all kind of tricks.
No, you get what you get. He did that shit.
I mean, R. Kelly gave you Trapped in the Closet, Feeling on Your Booty.
He told you
what a number.
He told you what he was.
Clues, man.
He told you what he was doing before he did it.
1 through 25, I think it was.
Yeah, he gave y'all a bunch of clues. Y'all just want to listen.
He told you,
hey,
dude.
Hey, it's smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors.
Right. Yeah.
Smoke and mirrors.
Well, with all this Black Lives Matter stuff, I need R. Kelly and I need Cosby out of prison ASAP.
Yeah,
they get what they get.
Y'all ain't trying to get behind that?
No,
I support R. Kelly, man.
Yeah, R. Kelly, he brought that on himself. So did Cos.
He knew what he was doing.
R. Kelly made so many hits, though.
He did.
He did. But
all right, then. For every hit, you get one underage girl, man. That's Hollywood. That's Hollywood.
No, not when you're a dad who has girls, man. That's jacked up.
That's not.
He deserves what he gets. If he got jacked up in prison a few weeks ago and got stabbed or whatever, that's what you get, bro.
I wouldn't wish that. I wouldn't wish no harm on a man, but I just
I would
because karma's a bitch.
I wish it on him because I never did that. I've never. That's what you get, bro.
Karma can come back in many other ways, bro.
Karma.
That's what
we've all made mistakes, but not like that.
Yeah, karma is real. Yeah, karma is real.
You were with a 15-year-old girl when you were 27 years old.
Right.
You getting what you getting because karma is real right now, and people are beating you up and stabbing you in jail. You know why? Because karma is real.
Because you forgot the key rule, man. You gotta wait till they're 16. If they're old enough to drive, they're old enough to ride.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm sleep.
Yeah, all right. And you listen to the What's Up Falcons podcast.
That wasn't cute.
Yeah, Rock, you got to cut this part out.
Oh, dude, we got way worse than this.
Oh, he done went worse than this.
This is nothing. Anybody listening to this show knows that.
R. Kelly can eat a dick, and he probably will.
All right. And listen to the What's Up Falcons podcast. All right, fellas. Well, next week we have Chicago. We got to talk about Chicago because after this we're going to do an actual Chicago podcast, Hate Week podcast, with another former podcast on Armchair American. So definitely listen out for that. But do you guys have any faith, man, that we can pull this win? I mean, Aries. You do?
Yeah, I believe we can pull this out. Now they do have a nice defense. They, you know what I'm saying, their offensive skill set is pretty much on point, but I think
so they're better than the Cowboys is what you're telling me.
I mean they're 2-0, so you know what I'm saying, but this
right,
any bad mojo or you know what I'm saying comes awry, then I don't know. But if they play a decent game, they stay on point, they do their job,
right?
Then yes, we win this game.
Your
but
thoughts?
You know what I'm saying? I guess any given Sunday, it can happen. So
believe it or not, I'm picking the Falcons. Trubisky sucks that bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're gonna make him look like above average instead of a average quarterback looking good. He sucks. We'll just make him look above average. Falcons will win. My prediction.
What about you, Q?
Man, it's a toss-up. They're 2-0. And right now we lost to a 1-1 team and a 2-0 team. And that 2-0 team, Seattle, pretty much manhandled us from beginning to end. So, I don't know, man. I'm going to go the Bears by 6, actually.
Darrell, what do you think?
There's no surprise there.
Hey. Let me just say something real quick. Let me just tell you something real quick. During the Cowboys game, I thought to myself, Negro Damas doesn't really have it. He doesn't have mojo. He was wrong. And then it turns out Negro Damas was right. So think about that, Aries.
You ain't no Negro Damas.
I don't know, Aries. He's been
Aries
more on it.
He flipped the coin and it's landed on heads every time. That's all it is.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm so.
Whoever's at the microwave, please
mute your mic.
I just muted it.
That's Darrell again.
I know. I just muted it.
It is what it is. It was a beautiful day, man. It was a beautiful day, man. I was at the game, a girls' game, birds chirping, those butterflies. We went to lunch. We went to Hooters.
Oh, wow. Y'all crazy, man. All right. I want to go with the Falcons, man, but after what I saw, it has nothing to do with the players. I know they're going to, try to clean this up, but they've shown me that even the least amount of chance of them blowing it can happen. So it's hard for me to think that they're going to do it again this year. I mean, next week, but they probably will win. I think
next year.
Yeah. Next year is probably when they will win. But I'm rolling with the Bears. And you just spin a roulette wheel on what the score is going to be. It doesn't matter anymore.
Negro Dumbest says 1-4. If we hit that mark, I want praise.
All right. Bro, stop pressing that damn microwave and tell us what do you think.
Or mute your mic, at least.
It's like this Hot Pocket's going to be done on a beautiful day, fellas.
Dude, I'm making bratwurst, bro.
This is the same dude
It doesn't matter what you're making.
It's coming from the same dude that almost set us on fire when we were in our 20s, trying to cook a damn pizza at night while he's drunk. Almost set us ablaze.
Whatever, dude.
And now he's been trusted with doing the sound for the Falcons. It's a beautiful world.
It is. Darrell, you think the Falcons are going to do it next week?
You mean this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend.
You mean Sunday?
Yep.
I mean, all I can say, man, is, I always go into a game with the Falcons, and I always really feel like I just try to stay positive.
All right. So
whatever happens is what happens. But yes, I'm always positive with the Falcons. But
all right,
man, they let us down, man. But
they did.
I love them. I live in Atlanta. I've been here since 1989.
Right.
I'm always gonna rep the Falcons, whether they win or they don't win.
So you're saying they win?
I'm not a fair weather fan. I'm not like a transplant. I'm from the South. So, these people who come here you
win it. Hey, you say that, so they're gonna win, right?
I hope they can win.
All right. Moving on.
Darrell, you're cracking me up, man. All right, man.
Next week, if Darrell can't be on the show, just know I am doing an impersonation.
I mean,
you don't beat me to it.
I mean, I don't know why that's funny. Like, I really, like I said, I love it.
We know you love the Falcons, man. We're just laughing at you.
Yeah, I just, man, it just gets harder and harder. It's like, damn, when are y'all really gonna show us like what y'all can do, man?
For sure. For sure. All right, man. Well, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping this up because we got to get prepared for a podcast we got to do after this. So we'll definitely post it. We're going to talk to a Chicago Bears podcast, and so it should be interesting. And I think it's going to be me, Q, and Aries. Unless Hoop, you going to be able to make it, or you done?
I'm done, man. I've been on the road all day. I need to go to sleep.
All right. Well,
I gotta call my kid. He turned 20 today, so.
Oh yeah, I sent her a text.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Santana!
Happy birthday!
All right, man. Well, I want to thank y'all for checking us out here.
Hey, Rock. Wait a second. Listen, this is Darrell, and I just want to know: is Julio? I don't follow stats, but how's Julio? Is he any good?
What?
He ain't messing with you, man.
I didn't even hear what he said though.
What'd you say, fake Darrell?
Can't even get it out after that one.
Listen, I don't even follow stats, but is Julio any good?
Julio is very good, my friend.
What about Calvin Ridley? Is he any good? Because I know it's a beautiful day, but he's young.
Real Darrell, you got anything to say to fake Darrell? Before you wrap?
No. I just watched the game from my perspective, and you know, like if you had my wife on here, she'd probably have a whole different vibe on.
Oh yeah.
How she would look at it versus how I look at it. You know, I just look at it how I look at it. I just know there's a lot of transplants here in Atlanta who talk shit. You know, who rep like.
Well,
the Saints, they rep Cowboys, they rep or whatever. It's like, if you live in my city, honestly and truthfully, get the fuck out. If you ain't repping for your city, then you shouldn't be here. Like,
fucking right.
I'm always gonna rep my city.
Fucking 100%. Right. Oh, you trans testicles, whatever, get out of here.
Exactly. I was just wondering, I was at dinner with my family last Sunday after a soccer game at Georgia State, and I was just wondering, man, does Julio talk a lot of balls? I don't follow stats.
All right, guys.
Hey, you know what? You can say what you want to. You can say what you can say what you want to. But I was at the stadium watching my kid play, and my kid plays with Peerless Price's daughter. They are on the same team. Former Falcon.
Well, you should have told us that earlier in the broadcast, man. That's something.
Hey! I don't do that shit because I ain't trying to front on nobody. But I'm telling you, now. But say, hey, now you know. Now you know the life that I'm living.
Now y'all know. Y'all know for real, for sure.
Man,
Darrell keeps it real.
From here on out, nobody can smoke weed but for the show, dog.
All right, fellas, we got to wrap this up.
Caden Price plays. He's a year older than my daughter. They're on the same team.
All right.
At that game Sunday, they were all there doing their thing. So yeah.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody
deeper
listening
level on Falcons.
The What's Up Falcons podcast, and I think if that is it, we're gonna call it a wrap.
Let's call it a wrap.
All right, peace. All right, nobody hang up.
Peace. See you in a few minutes. Deuces.
Oh man, y'all guys are crazy.
Check out the What's Up Falcons podcast exclusively at armchairallamericans.com. Subscribe to the What's Up Falcons podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. Listen to the What's Up Falcons podcast at whatsupfalcons.com.